Hey everybody, it's Craig with Smartphone Emmy, and today we're going to take a look at the Nokia E5. This is a quad-band GSM phone, tri-band 3G. Phone weighs in at 126 grams, primarily made of high-grade plastic. Got a nice metal strip here just below the display that runs all the way through the phone where all the physical keys and nav pad are housed. Below that you've got your full QWERTY keyboard. On the back you've got a nice metal battery cover. Nice little kind of chrome accent here around the camera itself, and again top and bottom on the back are high-grade plastic. Taking a look around the E5, on the left-hand side you've got one of the unlock keys for the battery cover. On top you've got your power port, 3.5mm headphone jack along with the micro USB port, volume rocker up and down on the right-hand side, and the other unlock key for the battery cover. On the back of the E5, you've got a 5-megapixel fixed focus camera with LED flash, shoots VGA video at 15 frames per second. Underneath the battery cover is a 1200 milliamp battery rated at 12 hours and 10 minutes of talk time on 2G, 5 hours and 30 minutes of talk time on 3G. Also underneath the battery cover is the micro SD card slot. The battery does need to be removed to replace or exchange micro SD cards. Alright, on the front of the E5, you've got a 2.36 inch display showing 320 by 240 pixels. Just below the display you have 6 physical keys along with the nav pad. Below that you've got your full QWERTY keyboard. The phone itself has 256 megabytes of internal storage. You can expand memory an additional 32 gigabytes through the use of micro SD cards. The E5 offers Wi-Fi B and G, Bluetooth version 2.1 with support for A2DP, GPS with support for AGPS, FM radio. It runs on an ARM 600 megahertz processor, and the operating system is Symbian S60 3rd edition with Feature Pack 2. Alright, let's take a little closer look at the user interface in the Nokia E5, and let's start out with the main menu. Pushing down the home key from the home screen will get you to the main menu. You've got 4 different main menus you can set up. Going into options, change menu view, and you'll see you have 4. Grid is your typical Nokia menu that I'm sure everybody is very familiar with, along with list, which you'll see right there. And you also have horseshoe, which I'll show you right now. And here's your horseshoe. And when you get to a folder that has more than one application in it, you'll see the additional applications off here on the right. Simply pushing the direction pad towards the right will open up all of those as well. So that's your horseshoe, and then you also have the V-shaped. And I'll give you a look at that. So here's your V-shaped main menu. So you have 4 different menus that you can select from. The home key will always bring you back to the home screen from any application. So will the end call key. Holding down the home key will open up your task manager. You can see these are the tasks I currently have running in the background. So obviously the E5 is a multitasking monster, and to select one of them simply highlight it and tap on the navigation key and it'll take you directly to it. Again, pushing on the home key will get you back. A lot of different ways to customize your home screen and set it up. So let's take a look at that. The active bar is the typical Nokia home screen that you're used to seeing. There we go. So there's your typical Nokia home screen. It's got your application shortcuts at the top, and then your basic information underneath that you can customize and set up as you'd like. And again, this mode is the only home screen that allows you to set up as both business or personal, and the push of a button you can switch between the two. And then you can also customize where it says menu and contacts. You can customize all of the different application shortcuts here at the bottom. You can see up at the top I've got different contacts set up, and pushing down on one will give me the opportunity to call them directly, send them a text message, RSS feed, or change the details on a particular friend, and you can continue to add more. To customize the menu and contacts keys, under standby mode, you see you've got key shortcuts, and these are the 2 keys down here, so you can set those up to either be a bookmark or application. And your shortcut key, and again, this is for any of the menus you get involved in. They'll give you an opportunity to change all of the different application shortcuts. So that's the way you customize that. Let's put a message in while we're here. Pushing that there will bring up your contacts, and again, you can type in, let's put in MA, it'll bring up Jeff Marks, hit OK, and then to call on Tuesday. Keys have nice haptical feedback. They're spread apart. They're domed. I like the spacing. You've got a couple of shortcuts. You've got a delete key right here. You've got a mute key right here. You've got a built-in flashlight that operates off the LED on the back. You've got your symbol key. You've got a shortcut to Bluetooth. So you've got a few shortcuts. And then to send a message, the easiest way I find is to hit the call key, and that will send your text. Let's take a look at the gallery real quick. Take a look at some images, some photos. That's a shot I took indoors with the flash. Let me get rid of the toolbar here. That's also indoors with a flash. Outdoors. Another shot outdoors. And another shot outdoors. Let's see if we can get to, let's go back. I shot a video as well. Zoom in a little bit for you if that helps. No, it's just they're not enough pixels. Alright, there's a look at a video shot. Let's take a look at, let's go to YouTube and take a look at a video on YouTube real quick. And we'll play that. There's a look at YouTube on the Nokia E5. All right, let's take a look at navigation. Let's do our usual search. Go Starbucks. All right, there we go. We've got a number in the area. We'll drive to it. And once it locks down on the signal, it will give you voice turn-by-turn navigation. So it works quite well, but again, it's having to get a lock on the GPS before it's going to work. So we'll hit stop so it doesn't start talking to us in a minute or two. Let's take a quick look at the web. And let me go back. And again, it works. I don't have it hooked up over Wi-Fi where I'm at. I'm actually on the road and I can't hook it up to Wi-Fi, and 3G isn't. It's not picking up 3G. So we're basically going over, working off Edge at the moment. And I don't want to have to sit here all day to load a web page for you. But this is CNN, and this is your typical WAP view. But it does work. There's obviously some limitations. Back to our home page. There we go. Because of the size of the screen, but you can browse. Let's catch a wave in Wyoming. Oop. Again, you have a choice on text size. You can't zoom in or out, but you can set up the text. That's normal. You can set it up for smaller or larger. So that's a look at the browser. All right, so that's a look at the Nokia E5, business-oriented, social-oriented smartphone. Make sure you stop by smartphoneenvy.com and check out my comments on the phone. And that's it. I hope it's been helpful. Take care.